Sometimes during the summer, a lot of the clients have they have a darker nose than the rest of their face because of the sun, and they don't put enough, I guess, sunscreen on it. How would you go about correcting that without making the whole face darker, or is that what you would do?
Okay, so you're saying the nose is darker?
Darker than the rest of the face.
Okay, what you're going to do is, whatever color you're using foundation for the face that you're going to apply for all over coverage, you're going to use a shade or two shades lighter, depending on how much darker their nose is. You're going to apply that on the nose first. So you're going to use a shade or two lighter on the dark area that you want to tone down. The same thing goes if you want to highlight an area. Like, I want to highlight this area on him. I'm actually going to do the same thing, make his nose seem a little bit softer and a little bit smaller. How I'm going to do that, I'm going to put a lighter foundation in this area and this area here. And then also we'll add, besides doing that, I also will add a highlight there, and then afterwards I'll also darken it here, so that way it looks a little softer. Now since I don't really I have to apologize for not having my complete kit here. I don't want you guys to think that I'm unprofessional, unprepared. I came to the show to just enjoy the show. My friend from Tip Jar right here, my friend Adam from Tip Jar, he has a booth here, and I came out to enjoy his booth and hang out with him. So what I do have here today is only packed for a specific gig that I'm actually going to do right after the show. As soon as I'm done, I'm leaving to Sacramento, and I'm going to do a gig over there. I only brought what I needed. What's that?
Where will you be in Sacramento? We're from Sacramento.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. I'll be in South Sacramento.
Close set.
Yeah, it's a close set, unfortunately. Yeah, sorry. But what I'm going to tell you, though, is since I don't have my complete kit here, and I want to darken his face, okay, you can improvise. I have a brown matte eyeshadow, okay? Now what I'm going to do is apply it to the area I just applied foundation so that we can darken up his face down on the jawline, since I don't have, a darker foundation. And I don't really want to use anybody else's.
Is it really brown because it looks sort of red?
Well, we have pink. It's a reddish brown, okay? Reddish brown, but it'll work. It'll be sufficient. Okay, and then with you from the distance, we have pink on the right side, so it's going to look more of the blended color. So close up is the brown. So we use a dark shadow. You don't want to use a shimmer because it won't work. And you don't have to worry about too much trying to blend it and make it look perfect. You just want to apply it to the area that you want to soften. Because once we do that, we're going to apply this natural color over the top. And we're going to do the nose. Now we will use a lighter one to do the highlight. Now we want to highlight where? The T-zone and under his eyes. Okay? And we're not really trying to worry about blending too much, because that will be done when we do the foundation, is the color that his face is, and then the buffing. Right now we're just applying.
Is the color you're highlighting with the first color you put on his jawline?
No, it's not.
Okay.
I used a NC35 plus the brown eyeshadow. Now I'm using an NC20 on the highlight area.
Is that matte?
Yes, it is.
Do you do the eyelids too?
As far as
Highlighting? Are you highlighting the eyelids? I noticed that you did, of course, under the eye and the T-zone, but are you going to put a...
After I put his natural color on.
Okay.
Okay, because I'm not, I haven't decided what color I'm going to use yet. Okay, I think I'm going to do all natural tones, that way you guys can get a general idea. I don't want to do anything too dramatic where, you know, he's not doing a music video or he's not doing fantasy, so, you know, I want to do something that you guys can use every day or apply to times every day. Because most clients, in general, they want to wear makeup that doesn't look like they're wearing makeup. Nobody wants to wear makeup that... The one problem that I always say is sometimes when they go to a cosmetic store, I won't say which one, but they come back and they just have way too much makeup on. It's not practical looking. Okay, most women, I found from experience, don't like that look.
Right, I don't even know.
So now we'll take his color. Yeah.
How many shades lighter than you have?
For highlighting, anywhere from 1 to 3 shades lighting. It depends on how dramatic you want to go. And as far as understanding how dramatic or what, that comes with technique and practice. So, you know, I'll tell you all right now. If you don't know what you're doing and you don't know what to do and you want to practice, we can't afford $45 for a foundation. So you know what? Go to the drugstore and buy cheap stuff because techniques still apply the same for even cheap products. Okay, you can learn a lot of blending techniques and styles from buying the cheap stuff. You can't afford it. You buy a $10 bottle, buy a $15 bottle. You know, don't spend $45 if you're still learning. It's pointless.
So are you trying to tell me those aren't Jordans? They ain't gonna make me play better?
So now we'll go on top of all over his face. You guys can ask me questions on other topics while I'm working on his face. You guys don't have to be quiet, okay?
What does luminosity mean? Does that mean when you can look at somebody's skin and almost see through it or something?
Luminosity is, in terms of makeup, it's just really glowing in the light and just looking really good and just like, wow. Have any of you guys seen the movie Burlesque?
Yes.
Okay, everything they do is illuminated. Okay, and how they did that, they used, even on the foundation, they used shimmer. They used pearl essence foundations, they used shimmers to highlight and downtone. That's all illumination. Okay, it's just really how much light is going to be reflected off the face and how much it's going to glow. So don't look up the word illumination and, you know, say, okay, that's what they mean. No, really, in the makeup world, it's totally different. Illumination is, as far as what it really means is for videography and photography. But as far as in the makeup world, it's all about how it's going to glow in the light, how it's going to look. So even daytime or nighttime in the darkness of the club, if you see, I'm sure you guys have been out and seen a girl just, wow, it's dark as heck in the club, and she's just glowing. That's illumination. You guys can still keep asking more questions.
What are you applying right now?
I'm applying his natural color. The color that suits him, his skin tone, that he uses every day.
So is that like foundation?
Yeah, it's foundation. It's that color. So now I applied it. I'm not happy. I want more dramatic. Okay? I want way more dramatic.